Honk.
What's up, Cobra Kai fans? Welcome back to the channel. I have my special guest today, Aedin Mincks, who plays Mitch from Cobra Kai seasons 2 and 3. Aedin, it's such a pleasure to meet you, man.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Of course. So let's get this straight, Aedin. Do you prefer penis breath or ass face?
I'd say ass face because penis breath is very one way. Ass face, you don't know who could be the ass. So it could be a female, and that just sounds better.
That's brilliant. Dude, I wish that was the actual line in the script. That would have been amazing. Yeah. Oh, dude. But yeah, those names are hilarious. Like when Johnny said them, I was expecting him to call you something else, but those are brilliant. So yeah, bro, honored to have you on Cobra Kai Nation. This whole experience of Cobra Kai must have been surreal to you. I mean, it's got so big, moved to Netflix, that ending of season 3, just got so many people hooked on it. Honestly, let's go back to even before you were in the show as Mitch. So what was the initial pitch for Mitch?
Basically, me and Khalil were supposed to actually be brothers, and it was kind of just two brothers who liked wrestling, and they just grew up into that, and they saw them Cobra Kai compete in the All Valley, and they won, and then that's where they show up as they come in and they want to join after seeing Cobra Kai kicked ass. But from that point, now he was sort of like Hawk's goon at the beginning, and then he got kicked out, and then he sort of just was trying to find his own way, and then he ended up getting to repair his bridges with his brother and all that. So now the character description is more of brothers from another mother.
Yeah, for sure. I love the introduction with your characters again. It was with the nicknames, Hawk and Miguel. Let's check out these new students, and then obviously there's you and Khalil, and instantly these guys are going to be two funny characters and two guys you got to definitely look out for. And I absolutely love the chemistry between you and Khalil. It's like you said, brother from another mother. Yeah. So what was it like when you first met the cast? What was that experience like for you?
It was really awesome. Everyone on the this is one of the first sets I've been on where everyone was very nice and welcoming, and it's just really cool. We're all actually our second family, because my first time being there, everyone was just really nice and welcoming, and then even Cholo and Jacob, my first time seeing them, they were like, "Oh, hey, do you guys like Monopoly?" Well, yeah, I do. I did like Monopoly a lot at the time. I even had it on my iPad. But then he was saying yeah, do you guys like Monopoly? We're like, yeah, sure. He goes, all right, come over to our house tonight. So we just
That's so cool.
I
love a good game of Monopoly. I played it on my PS4. Funny enough, I think it's called Monopoly Plus something or whatever. But it's so fun, man. You can't not have a good game of that.
Exactly. And then right after set, we went over to their house. We thought it was gonna be a prank or something. We're gonna wake up with Sharpie on our face, but no, we did literally 3 a.m, just one round of Monopoly going all the way.
Oh my god, who ended up winning then?
Jake always wins.
Was he that really competitive then?
Oh, he's very competitive. Everyone can be not even in the mood, just tired, just doing whatever, and he's just I'm going to win.
Defeat does not exist. You can just imagine.
Exactly. He took that to heart.
Michael Jordan, I took this personal. 100%. He took that personally. Oh, dude. I mean that just adds to the greatness of this show. I've constantly seen this thing where everyone has chemistry. Like you said, there's not really an ego on set. And even the bigger guys like Cove, Zabka, Ralph, I've heard they've just made you all feel so welcome. What was that experience like meeting those guys for the first time, especially Zabka, because of course he was probably the first that you got to work with, of course.
Yeah, they were all again, they were all like really nice and welcoming. Yeah, they all have like that presence to them because like they're legends. So like you're a little intimidated, and it's just like, all right, don't screw up around them. But like, yeah, they're really cool. William's really nice and funny. He tells a lot of jokes, makes funny voices, and like tell us cool things about the '80s, or like let us listen to his music that he has saved. And he's really cool. And then Kreese, we would be like on set sometimes, and he would like start telling us stories about like his other experiences on set, and like how this scene reminds him of like what they were doing, and like how they had to crawl out of the mud or whatever. Like, yeah, it was really cool. And yeah, I didn't really get to work with Daniel all that much, but yeah, hopefully I will.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, after that ending of season 3, you and Khalil, you and Chris are like, hoping good terms now, and everyone kind of comes together, that Miyagi Fang type thing, and I think it's just mad seeing everyone come together, because you're like, it's like Thanos without the stones, and then you got Cobra Kai, and then they're just kind of like, yeah, how are we going to deal with all of this team up? Yeah, with that, do you actually feel that Chris and Mitch are finally good friends again? Like, they hug it out, everything seems alright. But what do you think about that?
Yeah, I feel like that bear hug right at the end was like a complete reset button. Like, just like that. All right, we're good now. And then yeah, that was it. Like the bridge was completely rebuilt right there. But yeah.
So, what would you say is your like highlights, or is there a specific moment from season 3 that you enjoyed the most?
I would say the ending fight scene. Yeah, it's really cool getting to do those, because it's just like one fight all the way through, and you're just moving around the camera, and there's no cuts whatsoever. Like it's a really cool thing to experience. And like I would have I had my stunt double record it on my phone, and so I got to watch all after, just seeing like because like we're in there, we're in the action, so we just see like this huge camera like running around the set, and we hear them calling out, all right, and Nate, window, and like that we're just like seeing all this like after it, I get to watch it on there. I'm like, oh, that is like, just so awesome, like how they did
man,
that.
that's hilarious. I feel like the little guys, they really got beating this season. Nate got he got jumped by funny enough, Mitch and Hawk, and then of course we see that whole, and actually Dimitri as well as part of that. I mean, that happened, and then obviously Mitch's like, no mercy, and then poor Bert, man, like he just wanted to see if there was a cat.
I didn't throw him through the window. That part, I was on his team.
Yeah. Right. I mean, the action was so much more crazy this season. As I've been saying, every season it just builds and builds. Was there any slight difference to prepare for this season? Because obviously action was way more, actiony, and just there was so much more going on.
Well, personally, I felt like I knew what I was doing more, because like it was my second time on the show, so like I kind of knew what to expect, and and like what stretches to do, because like when we would get there, we have like the training days and stuff, and they like show us all the stretches we need to do, and there's like this one, like this is the main one we do, where we just like put our legs on a V against a wall with our back completely flat against the ground, and we will just sit there for like 15 minutes, like slowly like stretching them out like wider and wider. That's the main stretch we do.
Can you do the splits then?
No. But I feel like eventually, if I just keep working at that, like, yeah.
You'd be like a ninja. I love that. Oh man, I mean, I can't do a splits or anything, but that stretch must that will definitely loosen you up and everything. I used to do crafty, so I can sort of relate to maybe some of the preparation you do for stretching, but I think that's something I've never done. So yeah, that's intense for sure. With the role, like, what do you want out of Mitch? Is there anything in particular that you really want to see for your character in like the future?
I want a rematch against Joe for getting me kicked out of Cobra Kai.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe I can beat him up with Chris, or just have another fight scene with Chris instead of against him, because now we're
Right.
easy. And I think that'd be kind of cool to like see like little yin and yang of like Cobra Kai and Eagle Fang karate with a Miyagi-Do fighter like on the same team, seeing how they would buddy up. See if it would work.
That'd be so cool, because like I feel like with Chris and Mitch, like they're basically like binary brothers part 2, or like Jeff and like the Hardy brothers. That's how I see them. Like, I want to see you guys doing like wrestling moves on Kylo, and funny enough, he's technically like a wrestler. Like he did that to you in that little fight, and then Chris just literally kicks you out. So yeah, there's definitely revenge on that you'd need. Oh, dude, I would love to see a team with you two like doing that, and that'd be really funny, and just like that'd be perfect. I feel like the fighter season were just mad. Like the finale, the whole the Daniel doing the pressure points, Johnny nearly killing Kreese, Robbie getting more. It's like Star Wars. What are your thoughts on that finale, and how do you feel about that ending?
Oh, it's awesome, and like seeing Tanner like get the whole gash on his face, so now he has like a scar that's like there forever, and he's just like that's his that's his what is it, little arc for him. So now he has like every excuse to be like completely evil, like in our eyes. But it was just awesome seeing like all the now it kind of just like left me with more questions of like, all right, now what's gonna happen?
Exactly, yeah. I feel like they left it on such a no music. They just show everyone, of course, like Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang teaming up, and just Johnny and Daniel finally coming together. Obviously, like we don't know the exact situation as to like if it's gonna run smoothly, because these guys still have beef. It's like Chris and Mitch, like they've kind of had their ups and downs with their rivalries, and their Chris leaving Cobra Kai, it divided you both. But like you all come together, and I'm just curious, like if Johnny and Daniel aren't getting on, would that affect Chris and Mitch's relationship? Would that affect Sam and Miguel's relationship? Like I feel like those two are like to complete the pack, you need them. And next season is going to be phenomenal to see how. I mean, this is something we haven't seen ever, even in the Karate Kid. Did you watch the Karate Kid before you you auditioned for Cobra Kai and everything?
Yeah, like okay, before Cobra Kai, I only knew about the Jaden Smith one, and then like after I got the part, and actually like after like I auditioned for it, and they said I was going to be on hold, so it was like a choice between me and one other or a couple kids. My mom was telling me like, oh my god, it's a reboot, it's a remake from the original Karate Kids. And I'm like, what do you mean originals? And like my parents took it like personal. Like they're like, what do you mean? How do you not know about this? Didn't we tell you? And but then like after we like before oh wait, no, then I rewatched all of them. I think three was my favorite. I just think like Silver was so funny with like how like
right.
He was like it was just awesome. But that one, and it was really cool.
I think the reboot, obviously, like there's like a lot of memes, people kind of throw a lot of stuff at it, and I can understand like it's not really about karate and it is different, but it's fine on its own. But like Karate Kid 3, people love Terry Silver. I mean, the theories that are out there, the possibilities of how they reintroduce him, people are like so badly waiting for him. He's the one character I'm like, the humor and that style of Cobra Kai, he would be perfect. And I want to see him go Danny Boy and just do all of that stuff to Daniel again.
Have another poster fly up at the dojo just
I honestly like, have you read up or seen any like mad theories on Terry Silver?
No, I haven't. I probably should though. Yeah. Like
do you ever like look up like theories and just generally what fans think of the show? Because obviously you're in it, you know a lot more than we do. But is there like anything you've seen and you just laugh like, no, they've totally got it wrong, or damn, they know what they're saying? Like, has there ever been that type of experience for you?
Yeah, it would be scary sometimes because like I think before season 3 released, like a lot of people were like getting it right. Like someone even like predicted that they would join together at the end, and it's like how do they know? Like, but, yeah, like even my dad, like even my family would make some of our own theories and stuff, like what's gonna happen like the next season, and also like other things like what was it? My dad was saying that when they said that Kreese's wife died in a car accident, or girlfriend died, like that wasn't his wife at the time, like that was his girlfriend. So like I don't think the military would have like let him know like in a formal letter that, oh hey, your girlfriend died. Like it's only if it's a wife, and it would have been someone from higher up giving him the letter. So what my dad theory was is that maybe that was a note from the girlfriend saying that she's pregnant or something with his kid or whatever. But yeah,
I've heard this whole thing go around similar to that. Like, some people believe that Betsy is the mum of Tori, and there's some crazy stuff like, oh, Kreese is related to her. Like, he doesn't know he has a granddaughter, all this kind of stuff. But I mean, obviously, I create theories. I love Cobra. I'm a big fan. But there's things I don't even go, nah, I don't know that's gonna happen. But speculation is what keeps us alive. Like, this next few months until season 4, even that first teaser, we're going to be sit here so intense. Like, Aedin, I have no clue, but I'm just keeping it alive. but that's the thing, man. That's how this fandom works. Yeah. So when you became Mitch, like, what was it like when you became part of the fandom? Because this fandom is amazing. Like, people absolutely adore everyone, no matter what kind of role they have. Like, what was the fan reception like when people would notice Mitch?
Yeah, it was really cool. I really liked seeing like all the different memes and fan edits that fans would make. Like they're all really cool. What was it? Yeah, it's just really cool getting to see all that, and also my DMs and comment sections are like filled with, "Hey Assface, hey penis breath," like.
Oh wow! All the time.
It's fun.
Speaking of those like nicknames, did you have any improv in those names or any of the scenes that you had?
No, not really. No. They would have like alternate lines that would most of the times when they would have alternate lines, they would surprise us with it. Like they wouldn't tell everyone like, okay, here's the new alternate line. Like they would usually tell Jacob, all right, come here. And, like whisper it into his ear. So when we would be on set, we would be expecting something completely different, and he would just say the alternate line. Like he would say the alternate names. It was like this and this, and then me and Chris couldn't keep it together. We just like started busting up laughing so hard.
Oh, dude, that's bad. Honestly, though, the writers they do such a great job of like creating the humor because they're literally comedians. Like, I mean, you obviously know they did Harold and Kumar and like even American Reunion not a few years ago now, but their work is just phenomenal, and that I love that type of humor. I love all the jokes and the remarks like Johnny makes. Has there been any moments where you've literally you burst out laughing, like hearing something that William says, and you're like, "Now we got to do that again," or anything like that?
It kind of happens from time to time. Like we'll like something funny will just happen. Like I was having a little bit of I was struggling a little bit with this one line where like I had to say like the Chris Jericho puts him in an armbar and just but like I don't know why I couldn't just say the name Jericho, like because like it wasn't in the script before. They were just like, actually we're gonna add this right before. I'm like, okay, and like I don't know, it was just screwing me up too much, and like I was just doing it wrong so many times, and then like at the end I just went, who the fuck names their kid Jericho? Like but it was the last name, so like I was even like double stupid for saying that, but I don't know.
Oh, that's hilarious. I'm sure everyone would have burst out laughing at that because like everyone's so in character and ready.
Yeah, who names their kid Jericho?
I don't know if you saw, but I think Chris Jericho he like saw that, and like I think he put it on his like his Instagram story or something. Like he saw that line, he was like, "Yo, shout out Cobra Kai" or something. He was like, "Thanks for recognizing." It was great.
Nice.
Are you a big fan of WWE and wrestling then? Or was that just your character?
Kind of, sorta. I would see clips and like I know people from it, but like like I don't think I've actually like sat down and like watched the whole like episode or like scene of it or whatever. But I really I've always been like a fan of like Andre the Giant and like The Rock and John Cena and all that. Like they're all cool guys. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I used to be into it like maybe over 10 years ago, something like that. Like maybe when Randy Orton was coming in, Batista, then like the Hardy Brothers, Jericho, Edge, those kind of people. But yeah, I've got a friend who's very similar to you, and he's a computer geek. He loves wrestling a lot more though. And I feel sorry for him because he's that one guy out of all of us. He's like, yeah, wrestling. We're like, we don't screw with wrestling, bro. It's just he's just there. But, yeah. Do you like any sports other than wrestling?
I did like I don't like sports, but like I participated in baseball when I was a little kid, and like I did football for a little while, but the like I don't know if it's a sport, but like I like doing archery a lot. Like that's really fun. I used to have hay barrels in my backyard, but they all like got rotted from like the rain and stuff. So like I gotta get new ones. But yeah, I got a nice bow. I thought I had it in here. All right, never mind. But yeah, I got like I have a long bow and like a bunch of arrows.
Yo, that's sick.
Fun.
My mum is a huge fan of like Robin Hood and stuff. So I remember a while ago when we were on like a cabin break, they had like an archery activity you could sign up for. Oh, yeah. And I just remember we got these longbows and we got the modern ones, and we were just like, nah, F it, let's just do the longbows. And I remember getting a bullseye. It was the most lucky thing though, because I'm not a skilled dude. But oh my god, I was boasting so much. I remember just getting that bullseye. But yeah, archery's dead fun. Like, don't really do it a lot or anything, but when it comes around, it's always fun. Yeah, I mean, I think I remember hearing you say about speaking of sports and all that kind of stuff. Sorry, my light keeps going off. You were saying you took like a few kickboxing lessons for to prepare for like Cobra Kai. So like, have you been into like martial arts, that type of thing at a young age as well?
Yeah, like like I feel like every kid did karate a little bit when they were younger.
Yeah.
But I did that for a little bit, and before Cobra Kai, I was just luckily doing kickboxing classes at the time, and then that was when like I got the part, and then I left, and then when I came back, I decided to just get my own speed bag and punching bag in my garage, so that way it was like a guaranteed thing, and I just
turned into Rocky.
It's so much fun. Like I love that thing, but yeah, I need to figure out more moves because all I know is like the one and the double fist and the back and fronts. So like.
I really don't know like how many you can do on that, but
yeah,
it looks so fun. Like you're just there for like really long, and just like it's a good bit of training as well. Did you like? Because obviously you learned prior to Cobra Kai and everything. Like you had a bit of experience. Did you kind of like extra prepare for it? Because obviously you just wanted to really go full out on doing your scenes and everything.
Yeah, like yeah, like when I'd be home, I would be working on like the stretches that we would do in the training room before sets, and also like I would remember like the main kicks that we would do. We'd usually do like front kicks and side. Like my character would usually do like front kicks and side kicks. So I was just working on my kicks a lot to make sure that they looked normal.
Yeah, I mean you got quite an impressive axe kick. I'm sure it was you. It wasn't like a stunt double or anything. It was when you're fighting Joe, and I think he then like counters it and obviously gets you in that like lock. But you get quite a good axe kick, and it looked quite cool. Yeah. And then obviously the first point right in the face. That was funny. Yeah, Joe's awesome. I spoke to him, and he was saying like he enjoyed all the combat and stuff. Is great.
Yeah.
One thing we really have to touch on, and I'm sure a lot of people in the stream, before Cobra Kai, you were obviously known from Ted, and that little kid Robert, and oh my god, when I realized it was you, I was like, no way, this is Aedin, this is great. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that experience. What was it like being in that film and just working with the guys that you work with?
Oh yeah, it was so much fun because like it's all those like huge names like Mark Wahlberg, Seth MacFarlane, Mila Kunis, like yeah, they're all like really awesome, like nice people, and
Mm.
I there's like so many fun moments. Like one time when oh, they took that out. There's like this one part of the movie where Ted goes into a basement, and then me and my dad are at the top of the basement, but like we didn't use an actual house. We had a set built, so like there were stairs, and then there was just like this little like floating portables thing kinda. And
Right.
it's like I was up there, and then one day yeah, well, I was up there, and they took the stairs away, and they're like, all right, everybody, that's lunch, and everyone just started walking away, and like I'm up there, and I'm just like, okay. And I just like I didn't say anything. I just waited there for a long time, and then, like I saw them like come back, and they're like, ah, we got you, all right, here you go, here's a ladder, come on, buddy. And it's like, okay. I was worried.
Just wandering off. One thing I'm still curious about, obviously, like it's just like the CGI and stuff, but that scene where you literally rip Ted's ear off, like what did you actually have to like rip off? Because obviously Ted's not real; it's
Oh yeah,
CGI. So
no,
how did you do that
time.
scene?
Yeah, that time they actually did have just the head of the bear, and the ear
Okay.
was Velcro. So like they were expecting me to just like rip it off and throw it to the little kid or whatever. But, like I like literally just like pulled it off like clip by clip so it would look and feel more real, and also like because the ripping like of the Velcro sounded like it already, so you wouldn't need to like add that in the ADR booth after like ripping a cloth. Like I could literally just go. So
Yeah, that
yeah.
scene is hilarious. Like, and just the way, obviously, Seth MacFarlane does a great job as Ted, and
Yeah.
I love that scene. It's just great. Um, yeah, I mean, it must have. How old were you when you did Ted?
I think I was like 10 or 11 maybe. Yeah. I was around like 10 or 11, I think.
That's
Um
awesome, man.
it was really cool.
To be in a feature film with like the likes of Mila Kunis and Mark Wahlberg at 10, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like so with acting, so from day one, did you always wanted to pursue acting, or I know obviously your mum's like your biggest fan, she really does everything for you and stuff like that. But yeah, what was that like your always you wanted to be an actor?
Yeah, like me and my brother were obsessed with the Lord of the Rings movies, and
Yeah.
yeah, we just like couldn't get enough of them. We were watching the extended cuts, and then we started watching behind the scenes, and that's when we realized what acting was. Dragons and trolls aren't real, sadly. But yeah, then my brother like told my mom, "Oh, I want to be an actor," and I thought it was sort of like a group thing. Like I just assumed all of us were doing it, but so I was just like, "Yeah, we're actors," like without saying it. So then like my mom would take him to audition for the agent, and I'd just be sitting there on my Game Boy, and then they would be like, "Oh, hi, Austin, nice to meet you. Ooh, who's that?" and like point at me, like really rude but funny. And my mom would be like, "Oh, you don't want him. He doesn't like to take direction. He's a free spirit. You're lucky he's wearing pants right now." Yeah, because like it's true. I would just run around the house wearing underwear all day. I didn't see the point. Like, why do I gotta
Oh,
wear two things over? Like, I don't get no.
I'm just imagining you're one of those guys you don't press and you just literally you got the top of the suit on, the rest are just I'm chilling with my pants.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I'm,
hilarious.
I'm just wearing a shirt right now, but I don't gotta worry about anything else. No.
Oh, that's hilarious. To be
Yeah.
honest, I heard this thing like, you just feel more comfortable when you're doing it. I've never tried it, but it's probably worth a shout.
Yeah, probably.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But speaking of stuff like Ted, obviously you seem like you're a comedic person, and you see that with Mitch and Chris and that energy that you have. So what is your favorite like comedy films?
Uh, like to watch or to be in?
I'd probably say to watch.
Yeah. My favorite comedies. Anything with Chris Farley. I like my favorite comedian growing up was Chris Farley always, and like other people in the industry would call me like Little Farley, so I felt a special connection to him. I guess I don't know. Yeah.
Right. There's so many like great movies, obviously, in that sort of genre. Like, I mean, I think one I think of straight away is The Interview. I think you've seen that with Seth Rogen and James Franco.
Yeah, I think I've seen parts of it. Yeah,
it is insane. Those are the kind of stuff I love watching. And I feel like with Cobra Kai, you see that kind of humor. Obviously, like there's different types. You got like Dimitri, self-deprecating, Johnny, anti-PC, all of that, just straight up how it is. And then with Mitch and Chris, it's like a different style as well. It's almost like with you guys, it's like it's not slapstick, but I get that kind of vibe because it's a duo, and you guys bounce off each other. But like, do you have like a favorite moment from Cobra Kai that's hilarious?
Oh yeah, William when he's at the rehab center and they're like, "Do you want to check in?" He goes, "I'm not a quitter." That's my favorite. Like that part made me laugh like out loud because like I didn't see that part. Like I didn't like I wasn't in that scene, so I didn't read the script for that part. And then like seeing it on TV like at midnight when it was New Year's and they released it, like I was watching it, just goes, "I'm no quitter." And, like everyone in the room like loved it.
Johnny's just had so many good moments and funny moments. Yeah, the rehab one is hilarious because Daniel's kind of like, he's here for that, and he just kind of plays around with that joke. I honestly love Johnny. He's like probably I think him and Miguel are the two that are probably my favorites. But I think Johnny's got to be one of the funniest. Like he's just, I think irreverent. He just says it, and that's it. And do you if you could play another character in Cobra Kai, who would you like to be?
I would say Hawk. I think just that mohawk is so awesome. Yeah. Just like his like whole character and everything, and like how much like he kicks ass. Like he's like what I aspire to be.
Right. Yeah. Did you audition for any roles, or were you just specifically going in for Mitch?
I auditioned for Bo, the bully from the first season, and
right.
Usually like what'll happen is sometimes like you're like a person's not completely right for the role, but they'll like what they did and they'll remember them and bring them back later. So I think someone else even auditioned for Bo or like one of the bullies. I think it was like the guy who played young Kreese. I think he auditioned for
Barrett. Yeah, I heard about that as well. I was like, that would have really been interesting if that was the case.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so like, they'll remember us for like certain offices will remember you from previous auditions and be like, okay, no, this is the role you're better for, and they'll try to call you in for it. So, Mitch was.
I think it's perfect you were Mitch because like he's literally you. Like that's probably like the best you could get out of that. It would have been funny though to see you as like more of a bully and like a whole spin on Brooks. Like that would have been, oh dude, I'm just trying to imagine that. Like you basically picking on Miguel with Kyler. That would have been quite. Imagine an alternate universe. You and Khalil are basically Kyler and Brooks, and Joe and Bo are basically the opposite.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
We gotta reshoot like a whole alternate universe season of just like all the what ifs.
Yeah, like animated series or something. Like maybe what Marvel's doing, like in summer. Out of Mitch and Chris, I'm sure this is an ongoing debate, and obviously Chris got his way at the end of season 2, and then you guys have that fight at the laser tag, and then obviously you get the upper hand with Rickenberger thing. But who do you truly think is better out of you guys in terms of fighting?
Oh, I feel like he was cheating when he used a book. Like that first fight was like so easily won. He was on the ground. I was over him like ooh, but then like he just like magically comes all the way back up with the book and smacks me, and I don't do anything about it. But whatever. But yeah,
it was a proper like. Funny enough, that was very Cobra Kai-esque. Like, you know, he tried to finish it, although you thought you'd finish the fight. But I feel like that's the funny thing, you know. It really plays on the fact Chris kicked Mitch out because he said you weren't Cobra Kai material, but you've always had this like good guy in you. So has Chris. But like, yeah, Eagle Fang, you know, represent Eagle Fang. Did you know it was going to be called Eagle Fang at the time, or were you like shocked as well when you saw that?
Oh no, yeah. They usually like to surprise us. Like they literally revealed us the name like as they pulled up the shirt. They're like, "All right, wait, so all right, everybody, this is the new dojo name, Eagle Fang." Like, yeah. So yeah, it's cool. They usually like to surprise us with stuff. Like before, I didn't even know I was getting kicked out of Cobra Kai. Like they just said, "All right," and he gets like. Oh no, they didn't even tell us that Eagle Fang was going to be a thing. So they just were saying that me and Owen were getting kicked out of Cobra Kai, and that was it. And we're like, so are we off the show? What?
Yeah, that would have been an awkward moment. Like, okay, all right, see you guys. Great to meet everyone.
Miyagi does not want us after everything we did, but yeah.
Yeah. Although you and Bert weren't involved with all the you know, the invasion, like with what Hawk did. Yeah. I mean, that's a next level type thing. That's like Terry Silver level, you know. But I feel with Mitch, like, yeah, I mean, even though he was in Cobra Kai, he was Johnny's Cobra Kai. He was never Kreese's Cobra Kai. I mean, obviously Kreese he's extreme, but he's kind of, we've seen a bit of backstory this season. Do you feel that he is massively misunderstood, or do you think like he doesn't need to go to these extremes?
That's the thing I kind of like about the show is that literally anyone can be your hero. Anyone can be the good guy. Like if you look at Kreese's whole backstory, he's a Vietnam veteran. This is everything he went through. This is how he really feels that this is the right way. So you can choose that he's your hero. He's the good guy. And same thing with William and Daniel. Like you can see that like, oh, he got a fake. He got a false win by doing an illegal kick to the face, and that's how he's in the right because of all that, and he rebuilt himself from the ground up. Like he was like just a slob in an apartment, but now he has his own dojo. He's doing great for himself. And then also Daniel, like he's the original guy from the first movies, and you know everyone already loved him. But now also like he has like his whole car dealership rivalry that he's dealing with, and you know like the other guy's an a-hole, so you want to be on his side for that too. So like everyone can be a good guy, anyone could be your hero. So I feel like you know Kreese is in his own right. Yeah,
for sure. And those flashbacks we really understood. Like, you know, Vietnam is, no matter who's come out or survived out of Vietnam, like it's going to take a toll on you, of course. And when I first heard he was in Vietnam, and then in the original film, seeing he made this dojo and everything, you know that, you know, the stuff of war was still there. He never got over it. He probably still even hasn't during Cobra Kai, and obviously you can see that he treats students like soldiers. Remember, like when he goes to Daniel and he's like, "Oh, thanks for taking our weakest soldiers." It's like, all right, Chris, like these are kids. It's not these ain't Vietnam soldiers like Terry, and we're going all crazy. But yeah, I feel like it's an extreme, but I love the point you brought up with the fact that any character can be a hero. Like, you know, Mitch could be a hero to someone, Chris, and it doesn't matter the depth or the weight of the role. Like, there's always someone to relate to in this series as well. Like, I love the way the writers have created these arcs, and they gave more development on Mitch. I mean, I think that was great. And you know, Cobra Kai Kid Drew, a good friend, he brought this point up, saying like you had the best development of season 3. Like your character got a lot more screen time. And yeah, what was it like meeting the big 3 when you first met them? Because obviously these guys are so accomplished. Like, what was that like for you?
Yeah, they were all like really nice and like, you know, congratulating and like, oh, we were looking for your character forever. Like they literally went from like east to west coast like a couple times, and they finally like got to me, and they're like, all right, fine, this is our Mitch, we finally got him. So yeah, it's just really cool, and like yeah, they're all really nice guys. Yeah, it's
for sure. So do you before we get to any like fan questions, do you have like any predictions for next season? Just like looking at it as a fan.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Yeah, kind of looking at it, I wonder how well the whole like Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang teaming up is going to be like. Is it going to be like a yin and yang style where like, oh, we balance each other out and we make each other like all better, or is it going to conflict because we're both opposite ends? Like, yeah, that's the thing I keep looking at it as.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's so much to really like break down and understand with what happens in season 4. But again, I feel like the writer's just gonna like do that honk, and then we're all gonna be like, so like, oh, we didn't see that coming, and all this. You know, they're just great at what they do. So yeah, what I'm gonna do now is add some of these viewers. I mean, we'll do it one at a time. We'll get a few people, and they will obviously ask a question. Hopefully they won't ask something I've already asked, because that's happened so many times.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Double make sure. Is it this?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, guys. So obviously one at a time. Please keep it to one question as well. Ask whatever you want for Aedin within reason. Don't ask any dumb questions. Not about season 4, this and that. Just straight up. Okay, we've got Ben. What's up, Ben?
Yo,
Hey,
how's it going, guys?
How you doing,
What's
man?
up, bro?
It's a pleasure to be on with you. So, my question is, in season 2, the scene where you guys are in the cement truck.
Oh yeah.
What was it like filming that scene? What can you just what was that the whole day like?
Yeah, it was really cool. It was a little messy. It was actually like this giant like weird like turbine thing that they built, and like we all just like stepped in it, and it was actually like this bentonite clay, I think it's called. It's like edible apparently too. And it's like a face mask or whatever, but yeah, it got everywhere. I had to stay in the shower extra long, but yeah, it was fun. It was actually on like a rotary thing, like, so it wasn't us pulling it down and pushing it. It was actually like on a spinner. So like they activated it after a second and it slowly started turning. But it was actually really slippery in there. I remember Chris and Hawk fell down a couple times and we would have to like try to pull each other up. Like it was just so slippery, and like when it would rotate, like the goo would be on the ceiling and it would like drip back down onto us.
My God.
Like, yeah, it was a fun, crazy day.
Yeah,
Wow.
I can imagine it being slippery. Like, I don't think that would be something you can just stroll in the park all easy, you know.
Like, no,
But yeah, Ben, that's a great question, man. Thank you for coming on.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys.
No worries.
Take care.
Take care. All right, we've got Jess from Team Hawk. First of all, Jess is the biggest Hawk fan, biggest Jacob fan. What is up, Jess?
Hey.
How's it going?
Good. How are you? Hi, Aiden.
How you doing?
Yeah, pretty good.
My question is, what's your process for preparing for the character of Mitch? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, I kind of just, I get my script, I read it, but yeah,
I love that. That's perfect. I took acting for 2 years, so it's just, that's great.
I love that. Like, no.
I read it, but yeah, I kind of like put myself in the mindset, like, because sometimes like I forget that like I'm pretending I'm me and I need to pretend I'm the character. So it's kind of weird how to describe it. I literally just like put myself in the mindset that, okay, I'm Mitch. This is where I am. These are my friends. I hate this guy, but I love these guys, and like so on. So like I just really have to like put myself in the mindset of where I am and who I am.
Like Aiden as Mitch kind of thing. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, like I said earlier on, like you're so similar to your characters, so it's like probably feels quite natural doing some of the stuff that you do, and obviously that energy with you and Khalil again, it's just it's fantastic to watch. Jess, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Take care. All right, we'll get one more person. I believe you have to shoot in a minute.
Gotcha.
Let's get Eric Lee. What is up, Eric Lee?
Hey, what's up, June? Hey, Aiden.
Good to see you, man.
So yeah, just real quick, that line where you said, "I miss your mother," and then Hawk says, "Yeah, tell her to stop calling me." That's the funniest thing, like ever. When you guys are at
Thank you.
yeah, when you're at the Christmas party, you're wearing like the silliest sweater. What did you think when Wardrobe or the Big Three when they said, "All right, we have this serious fight scene, this epic fight scene, and you're going to be wearing this silly sweater throughout the whole thing"?
Yeah, it was a little fun. They kind of had it like a little bit looser, I think, so that way it like wouldn't be as like restrictive like during the fight scene, but like yeah, it was fun and funny, a little hot in there, but yeah, it worked.
Yeah, it was just so goofy, like seeing you beat up.
It fit the character though. It definitely fit Mitch.
Yeah. You say like, I bought this hat for nothing, and
yeah.
Nah, that was great.
Thank you for jumping on, Eric. It's good to see you as always, man.
Good seeing you.
Thanks, man.
Take care. All right, guys. That's it. That's the end of the interview. So, Aedin, again, pleasure having you on, man. Awesome talking to you about Mitch and everything. Yeah, man.
All right, thanks for having me.
No worries, bro. All right, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe to CKN, and I'll see you guys in the next interview. Take care.
Have a good one.